Hi, so in this class of cloud computing, today we will study here about the cloud technology. So basically, we will study here about the network technologies for your cloud computing systems. So we have in the previous classes talked about accessing the cloud via internet. That means we have the cloud service, the various data centers and servers, which could be geographically placed in some another locations, but we have, if we are connected to internet, we can access the applications over the internet as utility. So that means it's just about accessing the cloud via internet. But after that, there are different levels of connectivity which are required here for cloud computing system. That means how you can access the various kinds of connectivity models here, or we can say that the various internet services here to access the cloud technology. So we have different kind of connectivity levels here, like your basic public internet, then the accelerated internet, then the optimized internet, or for the site to site VPN. So we will study all of these technologies here one by one. So first of all, we have here the basic public internet. The very first technology which we have here is the basic public internet. So in your basic public internet, this is your first one, which is the basic public internet. So this is the public internet which we use mostly in our daily life. So this is the most basic choice here for the cloud connectivity. We buy such kind of access from the ISP, that is from our internet service provider, and connect via broadband or dial-up based on your location. So that means from your internet service providers, and you can access or connect, we buy such access from your internet service provider, and you can connect with the broadband or dial-up depending upon your locations here. So it is just basic internet here, no extras like your TCP acceleration, your advanced compression, or application specific optimization. These features are not here with your basic internet, like your TCP acceleration or your advanced compression or application or specific optimization. So this is the first level here by which the connectivity is provided. So what are the advantages of this model here? So the advantages, first of all, is that it there is a large audience, or we can say a large number of users accessing the internet or your cloud services. So anyone can access the internet and use this. So this is an easy platform here for the connectivity platform. Next advantage here is that this model here is fault tolerant. After that, many provider options are available with your basic public internet, because most of the providers are providing these services. So it is available with many providers. So that means we have many provider options. Many provider options here with your basic public internet. Now, next advantage here is that the secure connections. It has secure socket layer. Secure socket layer. After that, HTTP over these SSL. That means we have here encrypted access, and it provides integrity and security of your data. So overall, we can say that we have the encrypted access here. And lastly, this basic public internet here is cost effective. So these are the here advantages of your basic public internet, which to the access for the access of this basic public internet is just buy from your internet service provider and then get connectivity through your broadband or dial-up. And this isn't fault tolerant. You have many providers you can choose according to your choice. Then it has an encrypted access, and the system or this service here is cost effective. Now, there are certain disadvantages of this connectivity model also. So the disadvantages basically are like there is lack of end-to-end quality of service and there is probability of poor response over. The second disadvantage. Moreover, it has high latency of connectivity. That means it has high latency connections. So the disadvantages here are the quality of service from end-to-end connectivity is low and there is a probability of poor response over throughout your connectivity and high latency. That means delay is experienced in such kind of connectivity because as we have said that there is a large audience and anyone can enter can access the internet by using this model here. So this was the first model here, which is a basic public internet. The next is the accelerated internet. The second one here is the accelerated internet. Now, what does this accelerated internet here refers to? This is basically employing advanced application delivery features on the top of your internet connections so that it can benefit the service provider and the client also. So that's why we are seeing here it is an accelerated internet because we are using some of the advanced applications for the delivery feature. That means for the connectivity on the top of your internet connection. So with the help of this accelerated internet, what happens? The cloud improvement can increase from 20 to 50% by offloading network related functions from service. So that means with accelerated internet, the cloud performance or services are increased by this rate 20 to 50 percent. Now some of the providers are offering these services. That means with the help of this accelerated internet they are deploying their services like your AT&T hosting. These companies here are providing the services here like Citrix, this Citrix NetScaler here and many more companies like that. Now, what are the benefits here associated with the accelerated internet? That means using the advanced features over your internet connection. So basically, this accelerated internet here is oriented towards the cloud service providers. But in the end, it also benefits the end user because the cloud providers are the one who are using the providing the services. So when they're using advanced features over the top of the internet services, so at the end it is going to benefit the customers who are using and accessing the cloud services here. So how this is implemented, how this accelerated internet will be achieved at the both ends, that means at the provider end and at the customer end. So at the cloud, that means at the provider's end, this method of acceleration basically requires the installation of a service side application. So basically at the cloud, what you require is the installation of a server side appliance so that this accelerated feature here is achieved. And what at the end user side? At the end user side, this method of acceleration basically normally requires the installation of downloadable clients. That means here the services which it is providing, it basically requires such kind of servers which accelerates the service, and here you require such kind of clients which can use it. So that means at the end user, you normally require the installation of a downloadable client. So this is the second approach here, which was your accelerated internet. Now the third one here is optimized internet overlay. Optimized internet overlay. Now, what is this optimized internet overlay? An optimized internet overlay basically, or this approach allows the customers to access the cloud via the public internet, but enhancement occurs on the provider's cloud. That means the user is able to access the services through the public internet, the basic public internet, but the enhancements, the optimized enhancements are occurring at the provider's end. That means the cloud provider end. So this is how it acts as an optimized server, because you as the user, you will be just using the basic internet, but there will be some enhancement which will be available at the cloud provider. So what are the various enhancements which are included here? So the enhancements which are included here are like optimized real-time routing. It includes optimized real-time routing. So what happens with the help of this optimized real-time routing? That means when you're optimizing this real-time traffic here, so it basically avoids the slowdowns. It helps us in avoiding the slowdowns here. So this is the first feature or enhancement which is included here in your optimized internet overlay. Now, next is that your SSL sessions can be stopped so that the protocols and payloads can be optimized and re-encrypted. So what we can do here, the second feature is that your SSL sessions, your secure circular sessions here can be stopped so that various protocols and payloads which are optimized, they could be re-encrypted. So that basically enhances the features here in terms of your speeds and in terms of your security also. Now these are the advantages here of this optimized approach, but there are certain disadvantages also which are associated with this approach here. So the disadvantages is like only that it is costlier than your public internet access. Definitely, because it is providing here improved services, so it is at least 4 times costlier than your basic public internet. That means the change feature is that this is costlier, but you at the user end you will be accessing like it as a basic public internet. That means the mode of access, but the enhancements which are delivered here, like this kind of real-time routing optimization and the re-encryption of the various protocols, so they are provided at the cloud providers end. So that's why this system here is costlier as compared to your basic internet service. Now, after the optimized internet overlay, the next one which we have here is the site-to-site VPN. The next one here is site-to-site VPN. So this VPN here basically refers to your virtual private network. Now, other option is to connect to the service provider directly by using a private network. So this is a direct method here to get connectivity from your service providers. So that can be achieved here by using a private network, like a private wide area network, or you're setting up a virtual private network there. So what it allows here, there are certain advantages of this technique here. So just write it down that it is an option which is used to connect with the service provider directly. Now, what does it offers? So, it allows integrity, confidentiality of your data, guaranteed bandwidth, and service level agreement for availability, latency, and packet loss. So, the various features which are here associated with such kind of private networks is that it allows integrity of the data. After that, guaranteed what we get is your guaranteed bandwidth SLA, that is your service level agreement for latency, availability, and other errors in the network. So these are the various connectivity levels for your cloud technology, starting from your basic internet, then we have the accelerated internet, then the optimized internet overlay, and then the site to site VPN. So in some of the methods we can access by getting services from ISP and then getting the further connectivity with the help of like your broadband or your dial-ups. And we have also the options here to get the connectivity or to get connected to the service provider directly. Now, there are certain network factors here also associated. Like, for example, there are large companies who want to access these services. So, these large companies can basically build their own scalable IT infrastructure in which the data centers are connected through fiber optic connections. So, that means they will be setting up their whole infrastructure over there, and the clients are located at major sites, and access to these clients is through a corporate virtual or sorry wide area network. So that means setting the site to site network here. So this is just an option for the larger companies who can afford to have like data centers and to build their own IT infrastructures. So in this class of cloud computing, we have today just studied about the various connectivity levels of your cloud technology. So this is all here for today's class. Thank you so much.